Hey, I'm not in right now. Sorry. Leave me a message.
I
Bye.
just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body, driving me crazy. I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body.
Oh, welcome to Bedroom Chronicles. My name is Mercury's Reed's Rising, and I'm your host today. And our co-host is Tacoma, Washington.
Hey, all day. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, Mercury.
So today we're going to be talking about, well, a little bit about our books, our novels, Men in My Bed, True Love is Hard to Find, Relationship Chronicles for me, and Chasing Waterfalls for Tacoma.
An erotic novel. You have to use that subtitle.
Yeah.
Available on all literary platforms. You know, Yahoo and I'm sorry, not Yahoo.
Amazon.
Amazon and
other little sisters
yeah.
and brothers.
the mom and pop
stores.
literary stores. You know, the
Yeah, I
little
said
crowds,
sisters and
just
brothers.
one.
You said mom and pop.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it together.
Yeah. How's your day been? Okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right. Happy
pretty
Saturday.
Good. Same to you.
Weather's gorgeous out here in the
Yeah, it is.
great
It
state
is.
of Georgia. Okay, and folks, before we proceed, as always, we ask you if you can hit that like button down below, subscribe, and share us by all means. And we are taking calls live here in the studio on some juicy hot topics this afternoon, 770-485-7724. And as Mercury said, also we're here to promote these erotica novels. You won't be disappointed, hot, steamy, and they actually speak for themselves. So without further ado, Bedroom Chronicles right here on TV 1061, and we have some juicy topics. And our first topic is
If it's your first time making love to a new person, but it's not what you expected, will there be a second time?
a return engagement.
Yeah.
From a male's perspective, I would say yes, and I would hope from a female's perspective, they would say, of course, because I can understand, anything can happen. Nervous.
Yeah.
Nervous. You can be nervous and not perform as well as you could perform. So I would hope to get a second, engagement. And if a woman is nervous or something, it's just you're bumping into each other or bumping heads or just fumbling. Don't take and say it will always be like this, because if the emotions are there and you're really feeling this person, by all means, give a second engagement and third and fourth if necessary. Just don't throw the bathwater out with the baby.
Yeah, you should just try the second, third, and fourth in the same day.
Yeah, absolutely. And the same day. Okay, you caught me there. All right. With which no complaints there. You have no place to go. Might as well. Yeah, get that nervousness, get it right out of the way, and because for men to perform, we have to have a lot of things engaged. We have to. It's obvious. If something's bothering us, or we're sleepy, or not feeling well, or we eat a heavy meal, we may not get an erection. And then a woman would say, "Oh, something's wrong." But for a woman, am I right or wrong? As long as you're in the mood, you can't tell. A man can't tell from the outward appearances that you may not be feeling well. So outward appearances for a man are very obvious. But getting back to the question at hand, second engagement, absolutely. What do you think?
Well, I think it's doable. Yeah, because and I agree with everything that you just said, especially with the nervous part for the first time.
Yeah.
Unless you've known each other for a while and then you just decide that, let's try this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna take it to a different level. But if y'all just been dating for that few months, then I would.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, it is.
It's bound to happen. Do you think that nervousness when before intimacy is prevalent more with the younger generation or the older generation, or age doesn't have a factor?
I don't think age has a factor in it. I think everybody across the board gonna be nervous that first time. It's just like when I've heard singers say, or performers say, every time I go on stage, I'm nervous. So it's just kind of like the same thing.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, you perform it.
Yeah, yeah. And some tricks that'll help. That could help. Well, I know some tricks that I use to help me get over nervousness, but they're not. They don't work 100%. Is try not to think of it. Just go with the flow, and don't anticipate what it's going to be, or just take it easy, and of course breathe, get oxygen in you, because sometimes when you're nervous, you unintentionally cut off your air supply, and and you may get a little lightheaded, and your entire body needs oxygen to thrive. So, for me, I try not to think of it and just go with the flow, and not put to, and definitely what I don't want to do is think about the performance. Just go with it. Just go with it. So that's what works.
Now, I was on, my little favorite social media spot the other day, and this guy made a comment about older women. And since you say flow, and he said that, and this one younger guy was telling the older guy that he should try a older woman, and then the guy said, no, she's dry, and then a couple of other guys came. A couple of other guys came along and said that she was dry. So I said, maybe she's just not into you.
Yeah,
because her body is going to respond
exactly
to you. So you're a younger man. That don't mean that you're not doing it right. Maybe you're going too fast, you too rushed, and she's used to
exactly
slow and easy,
hand.
and then you go speed up into. And he's like, then she was complaining about her knees, and I said, no,
it was him.
It was him. It was him. And I was like, so I didn't even respond when he started talking about her knees and pain her joints. Nah.
Yeah.
No, she just didn't want to get on her knees.
That's it. He bruised his ego. He probably didn't
yeah,
want to hear
sure
it.
did.
But,
I was like, well, I'm not gonna talk. I wasn't gonna continue to carry on that conversation.
Is the truth.
And then the lady started coming in and chiming in and putting up pictures of Niagara Falls. It was so funny. It was so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does. So them first, and that could have been just his first time with her too. So yeah. She just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, and that's a telltale sign for a woman. Just like a man's erection. So
and that's a telltale sign for a man that's with that woman. If she's dry, she's not into you.
Yeah.
Because if she's into you, you can kiss her and she should be able to get moist.
Yeah.
Or you can just touch her in a certain way. She should be able to moisten up.
Yeah. Or I've heard, even the sound of a man's voice. And it works both ways.
Yeah, it
sound
does.
of a woman's voice.
Yep. So.
Does it? Does it too? Yeah.
Sure does. So he just needs to work on
his
skills.
Work on his skills. And then he'll cut that faucet right on.
Yeah, he better go back and read some of those posts that those women was putting in there. But
Or what he could do, pick up either copy and read some of the book to her, and that'll put her, that'll get that faucet running.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, if arranged marriages, decades or centuries ago, in other countries, in other countries as well, if arranged marriages were still the norm, could you fall in love with that person in an arranged marriage?
I could.
You could. Okay. Learn to love them.
Yeah. Actually, so I got all these experiences chopped up over the years. So I was talking to this guy on the phone, never seen him for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And the feeling started to build just while we were just on the phone. And this wasn't that, this was before FaceTime. This was before flip phones.
Wow, okay. All right.
So, and he was here in Atlanta, but we just didn't meet up. So, but when I met him, so the feelings were already there. And when I met him, it was just even stronger. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I agree. To a degree,
See.
I agree that Because I've never experienced that or know anyone that has experienced it. I just know of it from history books or
no, I
movies.
know of it personally. Well, so I've worked with a doctor from Persia, Pakistan, Iran, and all three of them. It was four of them. 4 of them have arranged marriages.
Okay, all right.
But one didn't like her husband that much, but only because his skin was darker. But she did marry him and did have kids by him. And
because his skin was darker.
Yeah, his skin was darker.
Okay.
So she was from Iran. So her skin, let's say she's like a mocha color and he's a darker chocolate with the dark, slick, hair type. So she just didn't like his dark complexion, but she married him.
Okay.
And the other 3 were happily married.
Yeah, okay.
With children.
It works out for some people,
Yeah,
if you can learn to love them. I think that, if you're able to, establish and maintain, a friendship, like you said, chatting, if it's over the phone or, however it's done, and you get to know that person, that makes it a heck of a lot easier, than just blindly seeing a person for the first time, like in Coming to America, type of thing.
Yep.
And, and finding out that person, by the end of the ceremony, you don't know anything about this person other than they were raised to, to serve you or, make you happy and, for the guy to provide for her, and,
serve you.
On both sides, the man to serve and provide, and a woman to serve and satisfy, serve and satisfy.
It was a funny clip, and it was this African man, and he had this Caucasian woman that he was gonna marry. She was kind of heavy. He was kind of petite, and the African pastor was saying, "Oh, do you take her and to love, honor, and obey?" She said, "Obey who?"
He flipped out. Who said obey? The wife?
The wife said, "Obey who?"
Yeah.
And everybody was just quiet. His whole facial expression changed. So no.
Yeah. They took that word out nowadays, right? Out of the,
mostly, yeah. I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I haven't heard it in a while either.
No. Obey. Serve.
I don't have a problem with that though. Obey or serve, not at all. The Bible, the woman is, taken from the rib of the man to provide and serve, and if it's a mutual, it's a beautiful blessing. No, hands down, beautiful blessing. But if you got a little attitude about the word obey, it's going to be rocky right from the gate.
Oh, okay.
So, and speaking of the gate, divorce rates are at an all-time high, and it's sad. It really is sad. I watch a lot of, like TMZ and Entertainment Tonight and things like that, and you hear about celebrities, divorcing, and and it's just at an alarming rate. And I just don't understand, whatever happened to for better or for worse, better or worse. So, if it gets rocky, now there are some staples, celebrity staples that have been married for, decades, and God bless them.
True.
Angela Bassett and Courtney B. Vance. What's the gentleman's name? Any of them, Will Smith and Jada,
They just got a divorce. Did they just get a divorce?
They're together.
Oh, they're still?
Yeah, they're still together, and Lawrence Fishburne, and but think of anyone that comes to mind. But think about those who are divorced, and it's like for better or for worse. But we'll cover that when we get back from these commercials. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more to cover on these juicy topics right after this break.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you.
Welcome to the all-new Talk Show Divas. We are debating, not playing, period.
This is serious music we are doing to.
And he needs to be in jail. So what about that Florida bill, though?
Welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles with Mercury Risings and Tacoma, Washington.
That's me all day.
Okay, so we have TV 1061 line up. We have Coach's Corner at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. Bedroom Chronicles every Saturday at 2 p.m. Talk Show Divas Sundays at 4:30 p.m. Talk Show Kings Sunday 6:30 p.m. We stream live on YouTube and Facebook as of right now and any other day. And you can also follow us on or watch us on Roku channel, the Roku channel. So divorce rates.
Divorce rates. Yeah, so before the commercial break, we were discussing, some staples, celebrity marriages that have been together for decades. Denzel Washington and Paula, and Samuel L. Jackson and his wife. But for those who, get divorced, it's such a shame, especially when there are kids involved. Look at Ye and Kim Kardashian, and that's terrible.
And Bill Cosby and his wife are married forever.
They're still, How can I forget that? Bill Cosby and his wife, yes. And so for better or for worse, what's going on in these households that they don't, that they're throwing in the towel so soon. They should get counseling, take a break. Even a separation, for a little while, a month is helpful, better than just going to court and file for a divorce. But it's like no one is considering for better or for worse. Let's get through this for better or for worse. That's what it says. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm kind of lost on that.
I mean, short of if the man is, or if the woman is, if you're physically being abused, or verbally being abused, no abuse. Take abuse right off the table.
Okay, I'll take it from a personal perspective. And I say women not being treated the way they want to be treated, so then they just skip. Now, if you and a lot of women are more self-sufficient now than back in the day, like my great-grandmama time, even my grandmothers, because I know my grandmother got married to get out of her mother's house. Her mother got married to get out of her mother's house. My mom was the only one that didn't do that, but she did get married. But no, women don't tolerate things, or I'll say what the men do or put up with. Like they used to, because if he was a good, what they call a good breadwinner, and he took care of the family, then they just stayed and dealt with the woman he was cheating with next door, or his drunkenness or whatever. But today, women don't do that. They don't. So, So you can put the worst instead of better for worse is worse for better. So
I can respect that.
The worst seem to show up quicker these days.
And so do you think it's it's marriage counseling is that should be that should be done before beforehand, or because do you think that let's say if a man is the primary breadwinner in a case like this, and if you notice some telltale signs, like he's drinking too much, he gets upset quick, he's been fired from a couple of jobs, then you may pump your brakes and say, let me reconsider this before I get married, because that seems like it may be problematic. and then you could say skip for better or for worse. But if he's starting out from the beginning and you've known him for a while, the engagement is a year or two or whatever like that, and everything is peachy keen, and somehow he may have lost his job and just can't deal with that stress of that, and find difficulty finding employment, and he starts becoming drinking heavily or becoming abusive. Knowing that that's not his nature, that's where the for better or for worse should come in, and just stick with him, get counseling and treatment. And then he'll be that person that he, once
to
was.
be.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. So.
Than him just being out there in the street. Yeah. So.
Well. So women cheat, just like men. Yeah, just
some
like
better.
men. And some better. You doggone right. You damn right. But they're smarter, more cunning, more sly, and got their whole game plan. They got the girls involved with that, and plan A and plan B and plan C. If B and A don't go down, they'll slip with it. Men are stupid. Men are dumb. They'll don't even tell their closest boy, where they're going to be or not going to be, and but women do cheat. So
women, I think women cheat better than men because they've learned how men cheat.
So they
pick up on how men cheat. Then they have their own little pocketbook that they have their tricks in. So they got double whammy on their side.
Yeah.
So and men just think women, oh, that's my woman. She's at home. She's not going to cheat. She is. She just be waiting on you to leave.
Anyone is capable of it. Anyone is capable. If there's opportunity and time or opportunity and circumstance, you'll do it. You can do it. Not, I'm not saying that, if an opportunity presents himself to a man or to a woman, would they do it? When I found that, and you can correct me if I'm right or wrong, that if a woman is happy in a relationship, she has one good man, she's not going to cheat.
But I can agree with that.
But there are some women who just like men, and the reason why men cheat, and the answer is, goes across the board. The reason why women cheat is because of their selfishness. It's selfishness and greedy.
And some just want to. Back in the day when I used to club hop here in Atlanta, and we used to go 3-4 clubs in one night, leave the club 6 o'clock a.m. and go to work. And the women that we would come in contact, because there used to be a group of girls with me, and then it'd be the women we used to come in contact and say, I just want me a man tonight. I just want me some dick. And they don't even care. But you would hear men say, I just want me a piece of ass. But no, the women saying the same thing, doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But
But I do find that women, when they got a good man, they're happy with that.
Yeah.
And it's a man who couldn't have a good woman at home, and they're selfish, and will still go out there and get something else. And they may say that woman didn't mean anything to me. I don't love her.
How can that? Yeah, but how can that be? Why would you do it? Why would you mess up what you got at home for something that you don't care nothing about? Don't mean anything to you?
That's another topic for another show. It's because I'm just saying, like, the physical act. It's like a man could make love to a woman and not love her. It's just the physical act. It's just that physical act. It's like if you're hungry and you say, you know what do I want? I want a steak, or I want a burger, and you're gonna go get that, and you're gonna be satisfied and then move on.
Right.
So it's not like you're. It really is a difference making love and just physical, just screwing someone. It's totally different.
So
men can do it without being attached.
Men can do it without being attached. You really think that?
Yeah, and so can women. It all depends on what you want. What you want out of that,
Okay. So I heard, back to what you just said, I heard this older gentleman, which was my ex fiance's father, said, he said it in front of me, you always got pussy in a jar up on the shelf. That meant that he has someone at home that's with him all the time, but he's still in the streets. So he's preserving what he got at home. But when he wants to, he just go and get what he wants, because he know when he come back, it's still gonna be sitting there in that jar on the shelf until he ready to open it up. Pussy in a jar. So
All right. And then it's and sometimes it's an issue of what you've grown up, what you've seen growing up. You know, I remember this movie. What was the name with Bobby De Niro? Analyze This, and he was talking to his.
I've seen that.
Yeah, I love that movie, and he was talking to his therapist about his girlfriend, and you know, and then Billy Crystal asked him, "Well, you're married. Why do you have a girlfriend?" And he said something like, "You think I would, kiss my wife, you know, with the things, you know, it's like my wife is, you know, she's I put her on this pedestal, she's pristine, but my side piece, you know, my forgot what the Italians call their side pieces. You know, I do things to her I wouldn't do to my wife. You know, don't mistake that. So, but it's and you know, like I said, men have their reasons. It's either greediness or selfishness. Period. It just comes down to that. You know, and then. And like I said, and some women do it, but I think it's, and I could be wrong. You know, more women are just like, I'm happy with my one man. Forget that. I know what's out there. And then and then some men will, grow out of that and say, you know what, let me just settle down. You know, or you, like I said, it depends on what you've seen growing up. Is sowing your royal oats. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy, I used to give this guy a shot once a month. Not for STD, it was for a medical thing, testosterone. And he was married, but he was fine. An older guy, and tall, slim, like he was a basketball player or something. And he would always talk to me about his outside women. And this one particular time, he was talking to me, and he said he was with 2 other women, and his phone butt dialed his wife.
I know where this is going.
Yep, and she heard the whole conversation. She heard everything that was going down.
Wow. Yeah.
Then he just wanted my opinion on what I think that she would do.
Yeah.
And basically, I just come clean to her. And I asked her, why did he do that? And he said what you just said. The women on the side do things for him that he don't want his wife to do. And I'm like, why don't you want your wife to do what the woman on your side, on the side you want to do? It seemed like it would make your marriage stronger because you're not in jeopardy of taking anything back to her or having people call her and tell her that, I've been with you.
Yeah.
So, but that's just the way he liked it. But, yeah. So, but yeah, that.
Yeah, but
so, but they didn't break up. They stayed together.
They stayed together. All right. Well, that's good. That's good.
So next question.
The women who, because men don't do it. Women who bring sex toys to work.
You think men don't do it?
This man don't do it. And what toys?
What they got the little jars of Vaseline. They ain't got it's a toy. Oh, somebody calling.
We got a caller right here.
Yeah, go ahead. Speaker.
Hello. Good afternoon. Hi, welcome to Bedroom Chronicles. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Put the phone. Put the phone. Put the mic. It's on.
I'm sorry.
Time to call in?
Yes, it is. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
All right. Did you have a question or a comment or?
I wanted to make a comment on where you were talking about the men step out and they don't want wait a minute. They let the side piece do what the wife won't do. And I just wanted to say, sometimes the wife won't do what the side piece will do.
Yeah,
that's true. That is true. You mentioning that does ring. It doesn't ring a bell personally, but I've heard that. And so if that is true, and I do believe that, then I'm not saying that'll force a man to go out and get a woman that will do these things, but they do.
They do.
It makes it easy.
And one of the prime things is oral and anal. A lot of wives are not going to do that.
Yeah, a lot of wives won't do that.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of side pieces that are willing to do it.
That will do it. Yeah. That's true.
And they go into the marriage knowing this. The wife
won't do it.
I know there's other women out there that will do what she's not doing, and a lot of times she don't care as long as he doesn't bring it back, no drama back home.
Yeah.
So she just puts up with it.
That's true. That's true.
You know, keep the peace.
Yeah.
He comes home happy and he's not causing any problems. So she's just sharing her man.
All right. So do you sanction that? Do you feel that that's a good reason for do you excuse if a man does that if he knows his wife won't do A, B, or C?
No, I think that what they should do is you shouldn't marry somebody that's not going to be compatible with you. Because you've dated this person for years, and you already know how she is. If she's not going to do what you're not happy for real. You're just faking it.
Yeah.
Can you hold on for a second? Excuse me. Can you just turn your computer down real low?
How's that?
Okay, that's better. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. But yes, you're not technically happy because if you're not, sexually fulfilled, you're going to look for it someplace else.
Yeah.
Yep. What's your name?
Wendy.
Wendy?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, any other questions?
No,
All right, well, Wendy, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate that. And, thank you for your viewership and your call, and continue to watch us. We appreciate you.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Now, that made a lot of sense.
It did.
That made a lot of sense. And you know what also, that if you're not sexually happy, and so, okay, so let me ask you this. Let me put this question out there.
Red light on.
Huh?
Red light time.
Oh, is it? We got to come back? Okay. Yeah. When we come back from this commercial break, no, they're going quick. But please, by all means, come back right after this break. We have more juicy hot topics.
There are no mistakes or regrets in this life. Only the opportunity to learn and evolve. Leave your imprint on this earth. In that process, it's a responsibility and calling to aid others where possible. When you've been blessed, you should look to be a blessing. That can take the form of your time and resources. You only have one life to make a difference in others, so why not show up and be great? But not for the sake of yourself, but for a generation of onlookers who are looking to see what's possible. Being a State Farm good neighbor in the community is a privilege that I don't take for granted. My name is Sherry DeVos Denard, and my office is located in the industrial side of McDonough, Georgia. We service all of Georgia and neighboring states Alabama and South Carolina. You can reach us today for all of your auto, home, life, and small business needs at 678-782-3005 or online at sddinsurance.com and on all social media platforms. We look forward to earning your business. There are no mistakes or regrets in this life.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Elmer Horn with Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and we're here at one of our communities, and Sheriff Pounds is here with us. And Sheriff Pounds is very involved in his communities, and he come out. We brought out our grill and our smoker so we can come out and help cook for this community. And Sheriff Pounds himself has come out and helped cook with us, and he's here to cook and help these folks today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the programs that I call taking my community back. If you don't get out there and get involved in your community, you ain't gonna be able to get it back. And the sad part about it, we losing our young men at such a pace that it's unreal. We got to come up with something that will help us with these children. Got to. So this is what I'm doing. I love it. I'm out here in the sun. It's hot, but like I said earlier, we're gonna do these until we get that gap between law enforcement and the community bridge. We're gonna bridge that gap because we're gonna get out here, we're gonna shake hands, we're gonna find out if they got any kind of problem we can assist them with, and invite them to the sheriff's office and come to the roll call. Just come see what's going on at the office. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you, Sheriff Pounds. And like I said, this is just one of many events that we bring this grill out to help with our communities and get involved.
in right now. Sorry. Leave me a message.
I
Bye.
just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body, driving me crazy. I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body.
Welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles. I'm Mercury Reed's Rising, your host, and Tacoma Washington, your co-host. And TV 1061 has a lineup. And on Wednesdays at 7 p.m., we have Coach's Corner. Saturdays at 2 p.m. is Bedroom Chronicles. Sunday, 4:30 p.m., Talk Show Divas. And Talk Show Kings on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. And you can also follow us on Roku channel. TV 1061.
Your global network. Coach's Corner. All right.
Okay, so we were just having an interesting conversation about women that cheat, and women can be better cheaters than men. Weren't we? That's what we were talking about, right?
Yes, the women who bring toys to work.
No.
Yes.
No, because the caller called in and she was saying women cheat. Men cheat because women won't do, or husbands cheat because women won't do certain things in the bedroom, which is true.
Yeah.
And, but
and you know, during the commercial break, it raised a good point on okay, so if you don't have premarital sex, and then you get married and find out your wife won't do the basic things, she won't do oral sex, then you're like, oh man, what do I do now? You know, I know. What do you do then?
He stuck with her.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
He
that's
can
not
teach her.
That's not the well. It's not. Is it? You know, using that the caller's scenario, it's not about teaching her. What if she says, "I'm just not doing it"? That's it's against my religion or whatever like that. It's
No religion does that. Forbids that.
Give it.
And it's the thing about those men those men that's in their, I'll say 60s, 70s, and they're marrying these young teenage girls, and they don't really know anything about sex. They just teach them what they want them to do.
Yeah.
Even they may not like it,
but
they teach them what they want them to do, or force them to do it. But still,
Okay, all right. Hey, but don't dismiss the fact that it could be against the religion. You know.
Where's oral sex against any religion?
It's possible. I'm just saying anything is possible. I can't.
Only thing that I've found that's against a religion is that you're not supposed to engage in intercourse when the woman is on her cycle. That's the only thing. That's Islam.
I know.
But that's the only thing. I haven't found anything else.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay. So, but that caller had a good question. Good point right there.
She did.
It doesn't give a man a green light, but it damn sure will give you a yellow one. If you're like, but okay. So women who bring sex toys to work, why? You can't. Okay, no, still? Okay.
Would you ask your mate about their former love or bedroom skills?
I would never do it. That's just like asking how many men have you been with, and women shouldn't ask how many women has a man been with. But I did know someone who asked me about the question was posed to me, and we were like,
they asked about your former?
Yeah, about my former spouse's bedroom skills, and I never asked her why. I just answered her question, and she was mature enough to take that answer. And I guess she was curious. I mean, why else would you ask that question? She was curious to see where she fared, and.
But no two women do the same thing.
No two women, but it's aside from technique or whatever, it's that that thing that makes it that.
No, I don't know. Tell me.
Okay. So, a person who so I saw on Instagram, I'm always quoting something from Instagram. He said it was like a rule number one on sucking dick. He says 1, love to suck dick.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. But go ahead.
Yeah. So the same thing with sex. A person who enjoys sex versus a person who just have sex just to procreate, two different things. If you love it you're going to put your whole into it each and every single time. You know, so right?
Well, it makes sense, but a lot of women suck dick that don't even like it.
Yeah.
And they get a lot of hand on top of head movement going on. So yeah.
And I see that in porn.
Yeah.
I see that in porn. It's like, well, why get into that industry?
But if you like sucking dick, then you may not gonna have that hand on top of your head. No, you don't need that guidance. You might get some words like, okay, yeah, let it stay right there for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. Yes.
So, wow. Bedroom skills.
Bedroom skills. You know, like I said, she was curious, and she never said anything about. She never brought it up again after that. And I can't, you know, and I don't know if she said, oh, okay, if he gave her like a 9.5, let me try to outdo that 9.6. That wasn't the case. Because that was vivid. I remember that, and you know, the years that came after that. I was like, you know, there were times that I had to say, hey, you know that thing that you did, you know, like right now, you know, I did my best not to say anything about it after it. I let her know. I told her right then in the moment, hey, what you're doing right now is fantastic. This is beautiful. Can you do it like this from now on out? No response, but then the next time it wasn't. So I said, now what's the deal there? Am I only going to get it like this on my birthday, special occasion? And I was like, that's fucked up, because you know what it is. What I said, don't do it just like that, and you chose not to do it like that again. Mind games. So that's why she's an ex now. I got time for mind games. Phew.
But a lot of I'm sorry to say, but a lot of wives or fiancés only give those what you like on special occasions instead of giving it to you all the time the way you want it.
Now, what kind of rationale is that?
I don't know, but I know a lot of them that do that.
Well.
So you get birthday,
that's bullshit.
Thanksgiving,
you know
Christmas.
Why? Because I don't see the rationale behind it. Because it's not like if you do it all the time, they'll get used to it or get played out. Trust me.
But those are women that the men marry. Because even my ex, he's married now, and he said, on his birthday, he texted me and said, man, I ain't get nothing for my birthday. Wow. Not even the little. And I was like, oh, you didn't? Wow. Where's she at? She right there, and you ain't get it? So sorry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So sad, so bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so sad. So sad.
Yeah. Folks, don't forget, give us a call. We're taking calls here live in the studio, 770-485-7724. And as always, hit that like button down below. Click on that, share us, and subscribe. Let your friends know that Bedroom Chronicles is on your TV.
So did she ever surpass the ex in skills?
Nope.
Wow. Must be tough.
Must be.
Okay, so now we can talk about women that carry toys to
work. Thank you. Okay, so because I'm dying to know this answer before this show ends. I don't want to wait till next week. So why do they carry them? Is there something going on at work that I don't know about?
Well, depending on what kind of job you do. So let's say I was working as a nurse, and I was working with 6 other ladies and nurses as well, and one of those nurses just happened to have a silver bullet. So then she kind of turned all us on to the silver bullet, because we used to have sex discussions at work on how to please our boyfriends or how to please our man, and bring bananas to work and everything at work. Bring bananas to work and teach how to do blowjobs and stuff. So we had, and this bullet is only maybe a little bit bigger than my thumb, and ran by battery, so you get a little stressful. Say you're supposed to be 5 nurses working, it's only 3, you will be stressed out. So all the medicines that you got to pass and diapers that you got to change, you can go to the bathroom and take the edge off. It's just like somebody going outside, they at work, it's okay. I got a joint in my purse, I'm gonna go outside and take me 2 hits, it's gonna get me through the next few hours of work.
Yeah, but it's easier for a woman.
To do what? take the edge off.
Take the edge off. Yeah.
No. Well, it might take a man longer. He can bring his little Vaseline to work or his baby oil, and he can put his baby oil in a little small bottle and bring it in to go in the bathroom. You know how some men take off all their clothes just to have a dunk? They keep pretend that's what you're doing.
Yeah. I wonder why they do that in the first place, though.
Take off all the clothes and have a dunk.
Yeah, because I guess they didn't want them to get in the back of their pants or something
I don't
like
know,
that.
but they do. But yeah, so it can be just as easy. But some men might take a little longer to get to, unless they got a magazine with them. But
well, again,
But women, it don't take a couple of seconds.
Yeah, and I guess if you're working like a midnight,
No, honey, no. Daytime. Day
oh,
shift. Nighttime, day shift.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Day shift.
But you're not talking about you're talking about like a single-use bathroom, right? You're not talking about stalls to the left and right, are you?
Yeah.
Women?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, wherever you find the spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes it's restrooms on the unit, but they're off from it. It's just for the staff.
I'm learning something today.
Yeah.
And the silver bullet, it makes noise. It's battery operated.
Yeah, but it's not. Or you just turn the water on the sink, it'll drown it out.
All right.
Time for red light on again.
This is all right. My God. Well, it's time to pay the bills. So this is what we must do. All right, so folks, don't go anywhere. Come back. We have some more juicy hot topics right here on Bedroom Chronicles.
Making me sweat.
You cut the water on.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network.
Hi, I'm Michael Kyle, your funniest man on the planet, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Stay tuned, because that's how they do it over here. Big time party! All right, see y'all later. Bye.
Oh, thank you. Welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles on TV 1061, your global network, with your host, Mercury's Rising, and me, your co-host, Tacoma, Washington. So behind the scenes, we're always discussing the topics and carrying on with the discussion. So the next topic we have is, which one is it? Is it okay? Is it okay to trick a man into a proposal?
Yeah.
So it was hilarious. I gave this scenario. It was really something I saw on TV. I can't remember what show. So Mercury's asked me, how's that possible? So you have a woman, and she's dating this guy, but he's slow to pop the question. So she put a little fire under his backside, and then she went out and bought some cubic zirconia, and then she wore it around her boyfriend, and he saw the ring. He was like, what's that? He was like, Robert, he asked me to marry him, and I said I'll think it over. And then she just plays it off like, and changes the subject. And, meanwhile, he's getting upset. And Robert, who's Robert? Do you mean that guy? Yeah, but, it is what it is, And then he goes out and buys an engagement ring and pops the question when there was no Robert. And the ring is just a ruse to get him to ask to marry him. And then she gets married. Is it okay to do that?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, I like the way you said.
I wouldn't do it though.
Yeah, it's okay.
I wouldn't do that because I don't like tricks. Because he may not stay, especially if you find out he was tricked.
how would he? You know, really? And you know, he let's say he honestly loved her, but he was just having cold feet, and it wasn't like he didn't consider her wifey material at all. It was just like she want, you know, women will typically ask, you know, where's this going? You know, they want that timeline.
Right.
You know, I want to have kids by the time I'm 30, and yada yada yada.
Right.
You know, so she just wanted to speed up that clock. Yeah, and just give him the incentive.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't think it's right, but it's done. It was never done to me, but you know, it was. Or even the thing, you know, like I'm late, you know, and you know this, you know his character. He's not going to ask, you know, can you have surgery? He's going to step up, you know, and then you turn around and says, oh, we lost it, you know, which is that's sad and terrible.
Oh, women used to, when during my younger days, women used to do that
A lot.
all the time.
Yeah.
Even get the money for it and then don't do it because there was nothing to do it for. But still, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was one of the best tricks that they did back in the day.
Yeah. And you won't get a 1099 for that, though. But it's messed up either way you look at it. But you know, you couldn't flip that script. A man couldn't trick a woman into marrying him.
Well, you know, it's this other little my favorite site on grown folks. So a question was posted and it said that the guy and the woman got engaged because they've been together 5 years.
Okay.
And then she wanted to know when they were going to get married. So then the marriage part didn't come up, but he went and got her an engagement ring. And then they were talking about setting a date for the marriage. And he said he still wanted to stay engaged for another 5 to 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So then she felt that was too long. Yeah. So then they were saying, well, would you, no, he wanted to stay married another 5 or 6 years. Then he said, well, I didn't give you a ring and I didn't ask you to marry me. But he did give her the ring, but he never asked her to marry him. He just wanted to get engaged, like just to keep her and preserve her. So then the question was, would you stay or would you go? Most women said they would go because that's 10 years, 11 years.
Yeah, that is,
and you say, and then you say you didn't give me a ring, and then you say you didn't ask me to marry you.
Yeah, that's
no. Who the hell he think he is? But anyway, whoever he was.
An outrageous amount of time to wait.
Yeah, it is.
You know, so he treated that like it was a game of chess. You know, calculated moves and anything like that.
Yeah.
And love should never be calculated like that. It is, you know, you just go with the flow.
Yep.
You know, two people, twin flames, soulmates.
I think when the next person come along for me, I don't give a shit if it's 2 weeks.
yeah, like we discussed.
That's right. It could be 2 weeks, honey.
We're not in our 20s.
That's right.
Or 30s.
That's right. We just work it out as we go. Work the kinks out as you go along.
That's it. I wish someone would say, "You moving fast. Kiss my ass." Okay. All right. Like tomorrow isn't promised.
It sure isn't. You know. It most definitely isn't. You don't know what's coming when you walk outside that door.
That's true.
You're not.
Yeah. So make the best of today, like there is no tomorrow. You know, don't spend all your money in one place, but live life like there is no tomorrow. Wow. Tell everyone you love them, and you know, because you know, you just you never know. You just never know. So during our last segment.
So we got One Life to Love.
One Life to Love, yes, where we discuss and promote healthy tips for a healthy lifestyle, because with a healthy lifestyle, you have a definite love style, you know, promote healthy sex and get it in as much as possible. Talking about life isn't promised. You want to get it in, I want to get it in as much as I can, you know, with the time that I have left. Yeah. So I want to discuss something that it hasn't hit home, but it's very important. And it's about colon cancer. It's about getting screened for colon cancer, having a colonoscopy. Now, I was doing some research, or I really heard, you know, from one of my primary care physicians about, you know, being screened. And when I turned 50, was it when I turned 50? And I had my colonoscopy. No, I was a little late. I was like 53. And I was a little nervous because I was late. You know, they said general population should get it at 50. African Americans, should get it at 45. And I don't know why African Americans are always more, prone to this, that, and the other, but, get it at 45 years old. Sadly, Chadwick Boseman passed away at 43 years old, and he was younger than the national average to get screening, and that was a sad thing. And so the colonoscopy doesn't take long, but you should get it done. Now, when I had mine completed, my doctor said, good to go, I'll see you in 10 years. And I said, screw that, I'll see you in 7, because I don't want to wait that long. So, I want to get that done. And they said, screening is, when you get early screening is 90% preventable. That's 90%. And those are great numbers. And they said that colon cancer is the third leading cancer-related deaths in the United States. So I said, wow, the third. And it's so easy. I don't know the stigma or the fear of getting a colonoscopy.
Getting that fishing rod put up your butt.
I'm telling you.
It's a fishing rod.
Okay, you don't feel a fishing rod, but
till you wake up.
Listen, and I'm speaking from experience. I know the anesthesiologist. She was a nice woman, and she and I were talking, and do the thing, count down from 10, and I got to about 7, and then the next thing I knew, she was waking me up. Hey, Tacoma, and I was like, wow, is it done? Yes. So, and then there was no pain or anything like that afterwards. I didn't have to sit down on a cushion.
Right.
So, but even if there was some discomfort, get that screening because it's important. If it's going to save your life.
Some people, I'll tell y'all some tricks on so it won't be so painful. So, for female or male, especially women that have, or male, everybody get hemorrhoids. So you tell the doctor, oh, I got hemorrhoids, especially if you're gonna do the prep. And the prep gonna cause you to go to the restroom so many times you might get those hemorrhoids. So when you go there and you tell the doctor, oh, you got the hemorrhoids, you got a flare up, then they can use lidocaine. The doctor use it, and the doctor gonna use it, not the anesthesiologist.
Yeah.
And they just take it, put it on their thumb, and they just rub it on the spot. But you're still awake while they're rubbing it on the spot to deaden it. So when they enter the scope, it's not going to be painful.
Okay.
But you have to tell them, because I've had some bad experience. Because this man, I went there one time, and this woman, I don't know if she was Italian or what she was. I was about to bust her down. Women. Us African American women, you got to lift their cheeks up. You can't just take something and probe it. No, because ours not built like that. You got to lift it up and to see where the hole is, and then you got to insert.
Wow.
No, she just insert. No,
it was like, that's
I
not
got
it.
off the table and went home. I did. She pissed me off so bad. I got off the table and went home. But yeah, you have to let your provider know who's doing it.
Okay. So
whether you have those flare-ups or not. That's because if you got hemorrhoids and you're trying to jab something in, that's going to be even worse.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what happens if you don't have a flare-up and they say, this guy lied?
And it's just what?
If you tell them that you have a flare-up, but you actually don't.
Oh. No, they can see whether you got one.
But you want to tell them that you have a flare-up.
Yeah.
But what happens if you don't have a flare-up?
You do have one if you're telling them.
Oh.
You're not going to tell them that you don't have one just so they can get back there and rub it.
It depends, man.
So sometimes women, especially women that have had children, they have external hemorrhoids, and you got internal hemorrhoids that you can't see, but they're swollen on the inside, and then you have the bulging ones that's on the outside too. So you can say I have a flare up and the doctor don't see it, and then you can say I have a flare up and they also see it, but it's not going to go down. It's just going to numb it so that you can insert it.
Okay,
so that's one of the easiest things.
Yeah.
And then they can also do the cards, guaiac cards, and there you take a specimen of your doo-doo feces and you put a little stick and you put it on there and then you send that back to your doctor. And that's one of the first things you do before you even go for the colonoscopy, because based on whether 2 of those squares or 1 of those squares had a certain amount of blood in the stool, then they're gonna do the colonoscopy.
Gotcha.
And then if you got a family history of cancer, you get your colonoscopy even before the age of 40 or 45. Yeah. So those tips.
So get that colonoscopy done.
There ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah. Especially, like I said, if it's 90% preventable, do it. Why wait?
Yeah.
If there's, and some of the signs that, some of the telltale signs are extreme constant fatigue, change in bowel, blood in the bowel, and
change of bowel habits and
change of bowel habits.
Blood and stool.
Blood and stool. And there's another one, but it doesn't come to mind. But if you have any of those, go see your primary care physician, and get that taken care of. If you it's better to be forewarned than not here. So
that's very important.
Very important. So all right. So we have any time left, or should we just wrap it up?
Well, I'll do the lineup one more time. So TV 1061 has Coach's Corner Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Bedroom Chronicles Saturday at 2 p.m. Please do chime in. Talk Show Divas Sunday 4:30 p.m. Talk Show Kings Sundays at 6:30 p.m. And we stream live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can also follow TV 1061 on the Roku channel.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be tuning in. All right. Well, folks, thank you for watching another edition of Bedroom Chronicles right here on TV 1061, your global network.
Yeah.
And we appreciate your viewership. We appreciate our caller today. And catch us here next Saturday at 2 p.m., God willing. We appreciate you. Have a good rest of the Saturday. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was fun.
Hey, I'm not in right now. Sorry. Leave me a message.
I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body, driving me crazy. I just wanna love